Welcome everybody, I'm here to talk about the Virizion buffs and changes. Virizion got a pretty decent rework to its stats, and it has two incredible new abilities, both offensive in the form of Grassy Surge and Proficiency. Proficiency functions like Beast Boost. All four of the other Musketeers have the same ability. It's pretty damn great. Virizion can boost speed, attack, or even technically special defense with Proficiency, although special defense is not optimal to boost when you kill something. But in general, you're boosting speed or attack. And before I say anything else, I want a quick little disclaimer. If you are a new viewer and you just happen to be clicking on this video, or if you just watch all my videos and have yet to do so, I'm not kidding. Go to the description below, look at the Google Sheet, and check out all of the move buffs and changes. There are 600 plus buffs and changes to moves that I have documented in great detail. It took me several months to make that. Definitely give it a look because, again, it's super easy to consume. I put it in nice little orders and categories, and the way that these moves function are super, super important to how the Pokemon function now. With that being said, though, yeah, Virizion is just super fast. You can check out the speed tier guide in the description as well, and you can see in the Google Sheet, of course, and you can see all of the other speed tiers and where Virizion stands. 128 is still a very good speed tier, although it's not as crazy as it might used to have been. It's still great though, and in general, these abilities are great. Grassy Surge on 120 base attack turns their lower base power grass stabs into very high base power ones. Their highest base power grass stab, well, they have one very strong grass stab move in Frenzy Plant that is 150 base power, and that's the same as superpower, right? So it drops your attack stat by -2, and it's a physical move, and that's very, very strong. But of course that drops your attack by 2. However, 2 Frenzy Plants in a row, even outside of terrain, is still very strong. 2 Frenzy Plants in a row is much stronger than 2 Seed Bombs in a row. So, and then Leaf Blade is 70 base power only, but it has a 50% crit rate. That works for Ruthless Pokemon and stuff. However, in Virizion's case, it doesn't really want to use Leaf Blade because it doesn't have any other high crit rate moves, so you can't run Scope Lens and get those good moves going. It's not really worth it. It does have a 100% crit rate move in the form of Sacred Sword, however. Sacred Sword will always crit. That's a very nice, almost 100 base power overall move. With 0 drawbacks, of course, later on you get stuff like Close Combat. By the time you catch Virizion in the late game, you'll be close to the Close Combat TM anyways, but in general, stuff like Takedown or Sacred Sword or Superpower is a nice option as well. You can run a funny little reversal set with Proficiency and a Salac Berry or Lychee Berry, and you can run like Lychee Berry boost your speed with Proficiency or Salac Berry boost your attack with reversal, 1 HP. Virizion is now weak to bug, however, because fighting no longer resists bug, so that does limit its capabilities a little bit because it is weak to the very common first impression, which of course Virizion also gets. All kinds of Pokemon get that via TM now. In general, though, it has good coverage. It has all the coverage it really needs. It has Ground, Rock, Fairy, even stuff like Bug and Flying and other small things. Steel, it's got all the coverage it would ever really want with its grass and fighting combo. It's also pretty good utility and defensive wise. It has a good HP, a very good HP stat of 91, a good special defense stat of 114, and a decent defense stat of 77, which is made a little bit better by its HP. And what you can do is Floral Healing will heal you by 2/3 in Grassy Surge, so that's really cool. You can heal off a lot, or you can support your teammates with Grassy Surge. You can run Subseed in Grassy Terrain with your 128 base speed and Leech Seed and Substitute. You can go to town with that and just stall people out. You don't have to run offensive. Although, again, Grassy Surge is much stronger than Proficiency because of that 50% boost to your Grass stab. It's very strong coming off 120 attack. It's just a really powerful Pokemon. And it helps, again, like I said, it helps boost the lower base power because you're either using Frenzy Plant or you're using Seed Bomb for the most part. Everything else is a little bit situational. Grass not as physical, but it depends on the weight of the Pokemon. And then, stuff like Solar Blade, of course, requires the sun to be up. So, in general. And Trop Kick is actually really good. Trop Kick is 70 base power, same as Skirmish. Drops the attack and special attack by 1. That's good on utility sets. Again, Taunt, Parting Shot is great with those Sub-Seed things you can pull off. Priority in the form of Seed Shot and First Impression. It's got all all the stuff it could ever really want. Finishing Blow is nice. That gives you +3 attack, and you can use Proficiency to get a speed boost, so you can get +1 speed and +3 attack once you knock something out with that. So that's pretty cool. Honestly, I could probably leave the video off there. Sorry, I just got a notification and it distracted me. Let me close that. So, yeah, Virizion, just a fast, it's relatively bulky. Like I said, that Floral Healing you by 2/3 is huge in terrain. Might not be worth a move slot for that long, but again, this is all balanced for in-game use, not for competitive play. So you can pull off all types of really fun sets, especially utility sets in-game with Parting Shot and Grassy Surge. And you can also use Grassy Surge to enable Grassy Guard on your Pokemon, which is a new ability that is activated in grassy terrain. You can also use it to heal your Pokemon, to boost your Grass-type allies, you know, to weaken Earthquake on the opponent's team, for example, versus Hapu or something. It really just depends on the situation. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Hopefully you found these buffs and changes entertaining and interesting and fitting. I mean, they fit very well. By the way, for if you're curious, the other abilities I considered over Grassy Surge were Speed Boost and Serene Grace. Serene Grace would be kind of dog shit. They don't have that many moves to abuse with it. The only thing they could do would be Flinch Hacks, which is like good, but I don't know, it's underwhelming compared to the other guys, the other Musketeers. And then Speed Boost was actually pretty good. Doesn't fit that well though, and it would make proficiency kind of obsolete as well, so I opted to go for Grassy Surge, two really good complementary abilities that you can cycle between with that infinite usability capsule as always. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for listening. Let me know in the comments down below if you listened this far into the video, by the way. Just drop a little comment. That'd be pretty cool. Peace, everybody.